Hello, friends and viewers. Vladimir Nabokov, a famous writer of Lolita, famous novel Lolita. And now, today, we will discuss its another novel, Laughter in the Dark, by Vladimir Nabokov. Laughter in the Dark. So, Laughter in the Dark, this is one of the another fine novel of Vladimir Nabokov. So the story of Laughter in the Dark starts like a rich, respectable, happy Albert Albinos lives in Berlin with his wife and daughter, but abandons them for young Margot Peters, whom he loves but is not loved in return. In the end, he sees only that his life has been a disaster. Albert Albinos, rich art critic, imagines animating old master paintings but finds no producers willing to risk the project. He writes Axel Miller in the US about the project but put plans on hold while he takes up with Margot Peters, an usher at the Argus Cinema. Margot discovers his address and phone number and begins phoning during a visit to Albert's flat. She is nearly discovered by brother-in-law Paul when Albert gives Margot money to rent a flat. She, knowing that Elizabeth reads his mail, sends her address. Albert family moves out and he moves in with Margot, who wants rather to move into his elegant flat and be seen with him in public. Eventually, he gets her way. Albert finances a movie on condition that Margot plays a major role and throws a lavish dinner party in the flat, which brings drunken Margot together with Axel. Recently back in Germany, Margot desires Axel but has invested too much energy in gaining access to Albert riches to abandon him. Axel becomes a regular visitor claiming to be homosexual in order to throw off Albert's suspicion. Albert learns at the last moment that his daughter is dying. Axel and Margot take him out of attending the funeral and she demands he leave off his depression to attend his screening. It proves such a fiasco that Albert buys a car and suggests a vacation. Axel offers to drive it. In Roginard, Albert meets the writer Udo Conrad, who referred to Margot and Axel's amorous behavior, which is confirmed by a French colonel. Albert intends to shoot her for her treachery, but is persuaded simply to whisk her away. Driving for the first time in his life, overwrought with emotion on winding mountainous roads, Albert swerves to avoid oncoming bicyclists and is lucky only to be blinded. Albert nearly goes insane. A specialist offers little hope. Margot tends to him in a Swiss chalet with Axel in New York as his farewell letter claims. But in the far bedroom, Albert adopts develops keen hearing. Axel torments him with odd noises and tickling, and Elizabeth sends Paul to fetch Albert home. When he learns that Margot has come to clean out the flat of valuables, Albert enters room that he sees in memory, hunts her by scent and body heat, and dies when she turns the gun on him. Pain brings wondrous blueness to Albert's eyes as he considered the reunion of his life. So this is the story of Laughter in the Dark by Vladimir Nabokov. Lust is the theme involved in this novel. Lust defined as overwhelmingly unrestrained craving controls three main characters in Vladimir Nabokov's Laughter in the Dark. The sexual aspect is strongest, creating a classic triangle among middle-aged Albert Albinus, young Margot Peters, and Axel Rex. Although the last is too cynical to identify fully with any passion or emotion. Albert seems not to have had too powerful an libido before seeing beautiful Margot while she is working as an usher in a movie theater. In keeping with his art training, he pictures her as sharply lit old master painting out at first tries to sublimate his feeling. He marries Elizabeth for no discernible reason after a string of unsuccessful affairs. As an adolescent, lust leads him to climb out of his bedroom window and with the adjoining window of a maid who turns out to be previously taken. So this is the lust main theme of this novel involved is lust. So Laughter in the Dark is no doubt one of his another best novel by Vladimir Nabokov after Lolita, and it published in 1936. So I hope you will enjoy this novel while reading it. Thank you very much.